Hello everyone. We are in the last stage of the IPL and everybody's eager to know who is going to win the IPL 2024. And I'll be, deciphering and trying to find out who could be that winner astrologically. Personally, I feel this is the easiest method and an accurate method to get to know who is going to win the IPL. So first, let's start with the best astrological years. We'll go logically, chronologically, we'll identify each year starting from 81 and we'll go up till 97. I'll not go for further than that because they are too young right now and they are upcoming superstars, and we will talk about them, when they actually have a realistic chance to come and win. So I'll start with 1981, where we had MS Dhoni, Clark, who won the Cricket World Cup. Then we have some tennis players like Serena Williams, Roger Federer, okay, and we have Iker Casillas, who has also won a football World Cup during the playing days of MS Dhoni. And we also have Graham Smith, who is a South African Test captain, who is the most successful Test captain in the history of cricket. Coming to the next year, which is 1983. So this is not a significant year. When I say, I mean it's one of the best years for sure. But whatever are marked in green are even more stronger. 83 and 1990, 94, 97 are stronger, but the ones which are marked in green are even more stronger. They'll be ultra legends, I can say. These guys will be legends, but these guys are ultra legends. Okay. So when it comes to 1986, uh, we have Owen Morgan, Aaron Finch, who won the World Cups for their respective nation cricket, the ICC tournaments which were held. And Rafael Nadal is one of the legends of tennis. Everybody knows him. I don't have to mention anything about him, right? Hugo Lloris also won Football World Cup during the time when Owen Morgan won the World Cup for England. And we have Bruno Rezende. I'm pretty sure not many know him, but he's a Brazilian volleyball captain who won the World Cup. Okay, and that was during the similar time when Morgan and Nicolas won. So this patch was taken care of during the 2018-2019. This patch was taken care of. So, so when we come to 1987, we have Novak Djokovic, who is tennis player Andy Murray, Rohit Sharma, who is a IPL legend. When it comes to captaincy, he has won five IPL titles. Then we have Sarfaraz Ahmed, who has won a Champions Trophy, another ICC tournament. May not be a World Cup, but it's still a significant tournament. Post that, we have Lionel Messi, who recently won the Football World Cup. He's also born in 1987. Now, let's come to 1990. This is not as significant as the other year, but it's very, very strong. It's good enough to win few titles, but they may not be as big as the other years, but they'll be very good. Kane Williamson has won a WTC. Josh Butler has won a T20 World Cup. Okay, these two are cricketers who have already achieved greatness, I would say, because they already won an ICC tournament for their respective nation. Then you have Ellis Perry, who is a women's cricketer from Australia, who is a legendary all-rounder. She didn't captain any team, but as a player, she's one of the greatest. Magnus Carlsen, I'm pretty sure some might be knowing him. He's one of the legendary chess players. Um, Felix Denayer, I don't think many would know him. He's a Belgium captain who won the Tokyo Olympics recently. So this patch is also done. Um, then when we come to 1993, we have the recently World Cup winning captain here at the top, that is Pat Cummins. We'll talk about him a bit more later. I'm pretty sure you don't know Mike Christensen for sure. He's a volleyball World Cup winning captain this year. I mean, last year in 2023, there was a volleyball World Cup which was held, and the USA captain Mika Christensen won the World Cup. I'm pretty sure you people will be knowing the similarities between Pat Cummins and Mika. It's not just about 1993. Basically, both were born on the same day, which is May 8, 1993. Then we have Roman Powell, who can win a T20 World Cup very soon, the T20 World Cup in USA. Bumrah can also win few ICC tournaments of the IPL once he becomes captain. I know he's not the captain right now, but he has an opportunity in the future. This guy, Lasha Talakatse. So he's a weightlifting Olympic champion. He won a gold medal in the recent Tokyo Olympics. And we also have India's Hardik Pandya. So currently the most important player right now in India is Hardik Pandya, because if any ICC tournaments have to be won by the Indian cricket team, and Hardik Pandya have to be there. So he has already won an IPL, and I'm expecting him to win some ICC tournament for India very soon. Then we have 1994. We have Mirabai Chanu. So Fita Tanasan. So these both are weightlifting Olympic champions. Mirabai Chanu won a silver, but so Fita Tanasan won the gold. And the next person is very interesting. That is Zhu Ting, who is a Chinese women's volleyball captain who won in 2015, 2019. It was back to back, which is a great achievement for sure. But 1993 will always be greater than the 1990 or 1994. The achievements would be more significant, I would say. And then comes 1997 patch, where we had Neeraj Chopra who won the gold uh, very recently and is still doing well. And we have Max Verstappen, who is a Formula One legend. He keeps winning F1 titles and is troubling everyone else. So he's fantastic. There's no doubt about it. Lovlina Borgohain had won bronze in the Tokyo Olympics, so she could be one of the contenders for few more medals in the future. May not be gold, but a bronze or a silver is definitely there. And then we have Hu Zi Hui, who is a weightlifting gold medalist in the recently concluded Tokyo Olympics. So this is the pattern, and this will stay good for the IPL. The reason I brought this pattern was because this is the pattern that is followed in the IPL. The most significant tournaments will be won by captains born in this year. It could be any format. It could be any sport, but this will be followed strictly. If a tournament is a very significant one, and it's the most viewed tournament in the world, then you'll see people. There'll be many more people, but I've just given few names just to educate the viewers. Now coming to the IPL, if you look at IPL, it started with Shane Warne, who was born in 1969. Then we had Adam Gilchrist, who was born in 1971. Then we have MS Dhoni, 1981. Then we have Gautam Gambhir, who is 1981. So this 1918 was taken care of because it's a very significant year, and he saw back-to-back three 1981 winners. Then it went to 87, which is Rohit Sharma. Then it came back again to Gautam Gambhir. So what is happening here is this is not a tournament which happens once in 4 years, right? This is a yearly tournament, and nature has to find winners every year, and it just not have to find the winners. It has to find people with the best chance to win. So there is a constraint there. If it was a small tournament, any random guy, any Tom, Dick, and Harry could have won it, but nature made sure that the same people come again and win, so that uh, they can become great. So if it's a yearly tournament, then the captain has to win many number of times, at least 3 to 5 times, to become a legendary captain in that field. And hence, these captains keep coming back and winning because they have the best chart. Simple logic. You can make any other person as captain or normal player as a captain, but he won't win until he is born in this set of years. Simple as that. Then again, you have seen Rohit Sharma winning. Then you saw David Warner winning. That is surprising, right? So David Warner had to win because Dhoni and Rohit Sharma had won a lot of titles, and you had to bring in someone else having the same planetary configuration. So that's why David Warner won, and later on he just vanished away as a captain. Then again, Rohit Sharma came in. Then again, MS Dhoni came in. And again in 2021, you're seeing MS Dhoni win again. Then in 2022, now there is a twist in the story, right? So it straight away jumps to the significant year, which is 1993, which already mentioned in my previous tab where I showed the best years. 1993 is a significant year, and then Hardik Pandya had come. Okay, then again, in 2023, MS Dhoni came back and he won, which was slightly surprising. But as you know, if you have to become a legendary IPL captain, you need to win at least 5 times. And Dhoni definitely has the best horoscope amongst all the cricketers that are there currently. That's the power of MS Dhoni, isn't it? He's won so many tournaments, he scored so many runs, and it had to come to an end. And 2024 was an end to his IPL captaincy, and he was on to Virat Gaikwad. So this is the logical progression. It started like this, and will it change? The answer is no. In 2024, the outcome wouldn't change. I'll tell you exactly who is going to win the 2024 IPL. But before that, I'll show you the interesting logical progression of the ICC tournaments. So if you look at ICC tournaments, you have uh, in 2011 World Cup, 50 over World Cup, you saw MS Dhoni. Then you had Michael Clark as well from Australia. Again, everything is happening in the same sequence, whether it's Gambhir or Dhoni or Clark, all are born in 1981. Okay. Um, then we had Owen Morgan jump to 86. You might think 83 is skipped. 83 wasn't skipped. 83 was handled in the T20 World Cup. Darren Sammy and Lasith Palinga have already won a T20 World Cup. So T20 World Cup and 50 over World Cup are treated as same by the nature. If you superimpose two of them, if you merge both of them together, you'll get to know that it's going in terms of that logical progression which I mentioned. Okay, then comes Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins won the 2023 Cricket World Cup, right, recently, a 1993 born, which is very, very, very important here because Pluto is at 0 degrees and Neptune is at 25 degrees, which is a wow combination. It's a very rare combination to have. So, so who will win the 2027 football, cricket World Cup, right? That's the question everybody will have. Very soon, not now, but in the next 2-3 years, people will be talking about who will be the strong contenders. So I've zeroed down names here. Akpari definitely will be there, Travis Head, and Jay. Expect none of them to win, but I'm very sure that another uh, World Cup winning captain would be 1993. There's no doubt regarding that because this is such a significant year that you see multiple captains born in the same year winning it. So see time 1993 born to win the World Cup. The next is the T20 World Cup, where you had Aaron Finch in the recent times who had won in Dubai, and then you had Josh Butler. So who's going to win the this year's T20 World Cup? Roman Powell definitely has the highest amount of chances to win. He's also born in 1993, and he's a strong contender. Then comes the uh, WTC. In the WTC winner list, okay, in the WTC winner list, you can see that Ken Williamson won in 1990. Pat Cummins won in, Ken Williams was born in 1991, the 2021 edition. Then we had Pat Cummins. So if you see the logical progression after 1990, it's 1993. All right, it's in 1993 now. Okay, so who is going to win the 2025 WTC? I mentioned it as Pat Cummins as of now, but if Jasprit Bumrah becomes the captain, or if there's any other 1993 captain that is popping out from New Zealand or Sri Lanka or West Indies or any other nation, South Africa or England, then 2025 would be won by them. If there's no Jasprit Bumrah, there's no one else. And if India and Australia again play together and where Rohit Sharma is the captain and Pat Cummins is Australia's captain, then definitely this WTC would be won by Pat Cummins again. Okay. So this is about the logical progression of the World Cups. The IPL and the World Cups, if you look at, there's hardly any difference, right? So you might be surprised by seeing this, uh, the logical progression being maintained in both the tournaments, which indicates that IPL is one of the biggest tournaments in the world. It is indeed the biggest tournament in the world, but it's validated by the captains that are winning, right? So it won't shift away from that. It'll stay true to that. But but there is a problem that is going on in the IPL list, which I'll be talking about very soon. But before that, I'll go to the playoffs list. When you see the playoffs, there are four teams that are in contention, right? Shreyas Iyer, Pat Cummins, Sanju, and Faf du Plessis. Okay. Firstly, I'll address a team which doesn't have any chances to win. Then I'll talk about the teams which have realistic chances to win. So, as per the logical progression, Faf du Plessis doesn't have any chances to win this year's IPL simply because he's born in 1984. If you look at the logical progression, 1984 is a good year, but it's not the greatest year. 1984 players in cricket or in a sport mainly do the supporting role. When I say supporting role, they'll be part of the 11, they'll score runs, they'll win orange caps or purple caps, whatever it is, but they won't go on to win the tournament. As simple as that. So, unfortunately, RCB having a great run in the last few weeks qualifying, but they will be losing out to one of the three teams which I mentioned above. So, RCB is eliminated. Next comes Sanju Samson's Rajasthan Royals. He has a very good horoscope. I mean, he's in the logical progression for sure. He's one of the contenders this year as well as next year. But this year, he doesn't have many chances to win. The reason is Shreyas Iyer is also 1994, who has slightly better horoscope. Like he has slightly, stronger horoscope if you look at um, both of them. So although Sanju Samson or Shreyas Iyer are both are born in the same year, but Shreyas Iyer is born in December 94, which makes his chart even more powerful. His chart is as good as the volleyball World Cup winning captain, back-to-back World Cup winning captain, which I mentioned earlier in my previous tab. So Sanju Samson also is eliminated. So you can see RRC going out of the equation, right? So we have the SRH captain who is born in 93, and we have KKR Shreyas Iyer. Out of these two teams, yes, one of them have to win. But if I have to strictly pick one, it has to be Pat Cummins. Simply because 1993 is more powerful than any year. It's not just about 1993. Pat Cummins has the best horoscope amongst all the 1993 one players. In fact, he has the best horoscope right now out of all the IPL captains. The only catch is he has won a World Cup recently. But there's another statement here I want to make. He's no longer the Australia's T20 captain, right? It's Mitchell Marsh who is going to captain the T20 World Cup squad. So Pat Cummins cannot win any T20 tournaments. He has a trophy in ODI format. He has a trophy in Test format. In T20 format, he doesn't have any significant of it, and he won't have any chances as well. So how will he get that chance? Simply, I mean, it's very simple, right? It will be through the IPL. So through the help of the IPL, he's going to win a significant T20 tournament, and that would be for SRH. So I can single out a team. If I have to pick anyone, I would say SRH definitely has highest chances to win. But in case, let's say Pat Cummins has, I mean, he is going to win few more ICC tournaments. He's going to win a WTC very soon, right? I mean, in the next year. So something of that, and he has also won a World Cup. If something, uh, if there's any chink in the armor, that is the only one. So if that happens and Pat Cummins doesn't win, then it would be Shreyas Iyer who's going to lift the trophy. Uh, I mean, this IPL would be won by Shreyas Iyer, and Pat Cummins might not be able to win. But you have to single out. If you ask me, out of the four teams, who has the highest chance, that will be Pat Cummins. But if not Pat Cummins, then only Shreyas Iyer will come into picture. In my articles, I've written that Shreyas will only come into picture if Pat Cummins cannot win. but rest of them were easily eliminated. All other captains are either very young from other teams. If I'm talking about example is Gujarat Titans, where the fortunes completely changed and the captain changed, right? I mean, when Hardik Pandya went away, the fortunes completely changed. Mm. S- Um, Same way goes for SRH. They had Aiden Markram as the captain, and they were languishing at the bottom of the table last season. And all of a sudden, Aiden Markram goes away, and Pat Cummins comes in. Team was already solid, astrological or cricketing angle, whichever way you want to look at. And yes, SRH definitely has the highest chance to win the IPL this time around. And if I just highlight this column, and if I show you, let me just do this. So if you look at Hardik Pandya won in 2022, and the 2024 would also be won by a captain born in 1993. So it in 2022 it was 93, then it was 81. 81 is done, 86 is done, 87 is done. No more captains in that year. Rohit Sharma is not there, MS Dhoni is not there. So it will jump to 1993 is my prediction. The worrying part of the IPL is, uh, the unfortunate thing is, Hardik Pandya is the only captain who is born in 1903, and due to the internal conflicts and also the team is having deadwoods like Rohit Sharma, etc. Like if you look at Bumrah, Surya Kumar, I mean they can win as captains for sure in different teams, but as a single unit they have achieved so much glory that Hardik Pandya have to have a new look team just like what he had in GT, where he had a new look team and he could go on to win the IPL. So next time around, if you ask me next year after the mega auction, if you know any team has the highest chances, that would be Hardik Pandya because he'll be getting a new look team with new set of players who haven't won any, who haven't been part of the IPL winning team, just like Gujarat Titans. But having said that, if Bumrah or Surya or someone else becomes captain, they also come into the fray. I mean, they also will be a strong contender. But this year we didn't have any other 1993 ball apart from Hardik and Pat Cummins. And hence, you know, Pat Cummins coming because he won't be winning any T20 ICC tournament, and due to the lack of 1993 born captains, at least for this year. So that's how nature has handled this. But it has handled beautifully. The simple reason is because the logical progression is still, taken care of. It has not shifted away from what it has done so far. The logical progression is beautifully handled, and it's still continuing the same way. Although a foreign captain had to come into the IPL for a season or two and fulfill that logical progression.